And a very good morning to you. It's Wednesday have I spelt that right? Oh, no, I haven't. Look. Incorrect spelling of the word Wednesday. One moment, please. Oh, I've got Oh, what have I done there? Just a minute. Incorrect spelling of the word Wednesday. One moment, please. There are people watching this on English Facebook group, Learn English Facebook group, so we must get that right, for God's sake. Wednesday. Is that it? No. Wednesday. There we go. Wednesday. Is that right? I've forgotten how to spell Wednesday. Wednesday. No, that don't look right, does it? Hang on. If I write the whole thing out, then it'll probably be all right. One moment. Wednesday. There we go. Wednesday. There we are. That's better. So, incorrect spell. Very bad texting there, dear. It's bad enough when you see it on BBC One Colour. You know, sometimes do you ever have those subtitles on the telly? Not the ones that are already on there. Like you push a button on your remote control for subtitles and they came up, I think, for all programmes, which is fantastic, isn't it, really? For the people who are hard of hearing. I think all programmes you can do that. Just hit that subtitle button. And sometimes the words are wrong, aren't they? It was just like that, but with voice. Did you notice that then? Anyway, I have corrected my incorrectness. You'll be glad to know, boys and girls. And now we are fully functional. Just fully functional this morning. Well, a very good morning to you. I'm up a bit late this morning. I had a bit of a headache when I woke up. I didn't notice the headache when I got out of bed, but I kind of woke. Timers aren't working properly. Timers. Now, the alarm on the radio should go off at 7:45 in the morning, right? I woke up and I had a little wee and I looked at the clock. It was 7:15. I thought I'd go back to bed for half an hour. No alarm. Alarm didn't go off. Not only that, much worse than that, but I got up, went into the living room, and none of the heaters have come on. Well, there was one set to come on the timer switch, and it just didn't switch on. And I'm looking at the timer, and I'm thinking, and I'm checking the programme, that all looks fine to me. And then there's a button on the timer switch as well, which is supposed to, like, override the system. This is just one heater plugged in with an electric, with like a plug-in timer type thing, right? So I've pushed the on button on there, put my hand above the heater, doesn't come on. I thought, oh, what's gone wrong with this? I've only had the damn thing a couple of weeks. I unplugged the timer from the socket, unplugged the heater from the timer, plugged the heater directly into the wall socket, and that came on. So it must be something to do with the timer. So then I went round the corner. I took out another timer, which is not set to come on anymore. What I thought, I was trying it with just one today, you see, to see if it would be all right with just one heater coming on. This is I'm in a caravan, incidentally, and I plugged that in, and I pushed the on button on that. Nothing coming on. So I don't know what's happened there. None of the timers are working. The one on the radio didn't switch the radio on, and two in the living room don't seem to be working properly. I can't believe it. And I was freezing in that living room this morning. It's taken me, what's the time now? Just gone 10. It's taken me an hour to get warm. Now, strangely enough, I started getting a headache, and I can only think, while I was that it was the cold that gave me the headache. I'm not putting up with this for much longer. I'm telling you that now. No, I'm going to have to do something else to sort this out. Terrible, really. It's so cold. I can't tell you. It was in that living room this morning. I've had the gas fire on. The gas fire's been on in the living room for about an hour, and we've just about managed to get over 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So cold. Consequently, in this room where I am now, I switched on the fan heater. Within 5 minutes, the fan heater warms up a room lovely. I mean, it really does. So the fan heater's off now, and I've got an oil radiator on, and so that's fine. I'm warm in here now. I'm warm to the point where I don't need the jacket on now. Do you know what I mean? But oh gosh, I can't understand why the timers didn't work. They all look perfectly all right to me. So what I've done now is I've got a good mind to just take them back to B&Q where they came from. Can't understand it. Don't get it. But I have got a new gadget. And now I can't actually show you the gadget. I'll be showing you the box in a few moments' time, okay? I will show you the box. Meanwhile, let's see who's with us this morning on this exciting Wednesday, boys and girls. Where should we start this morning? Over on Facebook Live, Mr. Alan Russell. Good morning, Alan. Welcome to the show. Diane Jebb. Good morning, Diane. John Parrish is there. Good morning, John, on YouTube Live. Joanna's there. Thomas H., who is on the Vaughan Live. Vaughan Love. I feel like, you know, if you're on Vaughan, you should be doing that. Vaughan Love. V. Do you get it? V. V for Vaughan Live. Good morning, Thomas. Let's have a look there. Robert Lunn, good morning. It's 10 o'clock. That's right, it is 10 o'clock. Hello, lovely Claire. Morning, Claire. Christina is there. Hello to Chabane in Germany. Greetings to you. Gustav is there. Morning, Gustav. Diane, I have spelt Wednesday right now, haven't I? Sorry. Glad you like that. Have you not seen this jacket, Alan? I've had it a few months now. John, wife has got me to grow a beard. I think you're her idol. One of millions. Yeah, probably, John. That's why I always feel so guilty when I don't do a show. You know, the millions of people. People commit suicide because I haven't done a show. I have had letters from from the police, actually, begging me to do a daily show at the same time because the suicide rate goes up when I don't do a show. People get very, very upset that they can't see me, you know, and idolise me in their little shrines and things like that they've got. Adam the plumber's got a shrine of me. He has, yeah, in his house. There's a little area in his house where there's a little shrine, a little picture of me and candles and things like that, you know, which most people, you know, unfortunately don't get until they're dead. I get them while I'm still alive. Just alive. Is there a reset on the times? Yes, what I've done, John, is removed the battery, left it out for a few minutes, put it back in, and everything's reset to 0. So I've done that. I've reprogrammed both of them, one of them, and I've plugged that back in. I'll try it again tomorrow. However, I may have found an even better way, so I'll come to that in a moment. And I'll tell you what I did last night. Do they have overrides? They do have overrides, John, as I was saying, an on, off like that. You know, actually, the override is, you know, auto, off, on. So there's one button, you know, auto, on, off. So I'm going on, and the indicator says on, nothing coming through. Nothing coming through at all. I checked the maximum wattage. And the maximum wattage is 3,200. Well, the heater, the maximum wattage is only 2,000. So it should cope very well with that, but there's no power coming through it. And yet, take out the timer in between, plug directly into the socket, power comes on. Very, very strange, very strange. Good morning to Ben Jameson. Good morning, Ben. All right, sir. Nice to see you. Welcome to our little show. Waving away. Waving. Yeah, talking of waving, did you see that wave that destroyed part of a hotel the other day? Was that in Gran Canaria? Or well, I can never remember the name. Not Torremolinos, not Tanzania. Oh, I can never remember the name of that Mediterranean place beginning with T. I've got a mate who lives on there. Volcanic island of some sort. Oh, gosh. Never remember. I don't know where it is. Hello to Heather. The birthday girl is in the house again. Good morning, Heather. It's her birthday. Are there going to be cakes? I do like a birthday cake. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I've got to tell you. Was it Mary? Non-Irish Mary? I think it was non-Irish Mary from Ireland. We had her birthday once in Central Station. Or it might have been Maureen. I can't remember. Anyway, DJ Chris, who you often see on the live web streams, he cut the cake. They were like bits of paper. I've never seen such a thin piece of cake in all my life. I had to have 8 pieces just to make up for it. You know, if you want a piece of birthday cake, and it's just like these people on the various weight loss programs, including Slimmers World. You know, if you're going to have a piece of cake, either have a piece of cake or don't have it. Don't be cutting yourself a little sliver like that. What is about? Because you have that sliver of cake and then you just want more. And by the time you go back to the cake, the greedy bastards have had all of it. Oh, I'm terrible. Good morning to Tracy. Niece Tracy is there. Dad said, what's the rating of the timers? Yeah. Yeah, 3,200. Oh, is everyone watching? The family's watching just up the road there. How lovely. Yeah, 3,200 watts maximum. And the heater's 2,000. Nothing came on this morning. I was so cold this morning, Trace, you don't want to know. Cold to the point of not actually getting my breakfast out of the fridge because it would have been too cold for me to eat it. I just literally didn't move from the gas fire until it warmed up a bit. But I have got a headache now. And I'm like, can you get a headache due to cold? I don't know. It's all right in the bedroom. Fine in the bedroom because I've got the heater on there. As long as it don't trip out again. Oh, we are having a problem. I might go to a Calagas place today and get one of those portable Calagas things. That's about the last thing I can try before I think, no, you've got to have some central heating in here. Oh, it's too much. However, I do have something else to show you in a moment, okay? Tenerife, thank you, Heather. Tenerife, I can never, ever remember the word Tenerife. I don't know why that is. My mate lives over there. He keeps telling me to go, and he moved over there from here to do his shows. He does 2 shows. His name's Keith George. He's always been a very good friend to me, and he does Boy George shows. What do you call those? You know, when you do someone, tribute. He does a Boy George tribute act called the Boy George Experience, and he's good. He's really good. He can sing. He's got the personality, really good dress sense when he's on stage. Not so much off stage. I've got to tell you, Keith, he don't watch the show, doesn't matter. Same as me. You know, I don't have a really good dress sense at all when I'm not doing this or when I'm not doing my karaoke. I walk around like a tramp. You've only got to ask my nephew that. My niece and nephew's that. I went round my nephew Gary's a few weeks ago, and her wife says, "What have you come as today, Coco the Clown?" Because I had red trainers on and red jogging bottoms. Even great nephew Harry, 5 years old, he looked down at my shoes and said, "What have you got on?" I can't dress. But anyway, Keith, yes, he does the Boy George Experience, and he's very busy. He works all over the world, cruise ships, different countries. He's been in Vegas. And he's also got another character, a drag character, called Mandy Gap. So that's another part of his thing that he does. And he lives in Tenerife and is always telling me to at least come out there for a holiday. He says, come and move out here. You'll get loads of work out here. And, you know, often that's easier said than done. Just because you do something doesn't mean necessarily you'll be able to get a job doing it. You know, I've been looking around up here, really, to be honest, for a little karaoke night, sort of midweek. Nothing coming up at all, not even in the summer. And I found someone who puts people in venues to do karaoke and DJ and that sort of thing. And I contacted him and he said, well, to be honest, it's only a summer season really up here. So that would be Skegness or around that area. And he said, when the summer comes, all the people up here that already do karaoke are fighting for the jobs. Well, you see, and I'm an outsider, so what chance have I got? Do you see what I mean? Very, very difficult indeed. Yeah, we are having the same thoughts, Tracy. We are having the same thoughts. Tenerife was indeed the place. Thank you, Heather. I don't want to miss anyone out. Just a second. Has your wife grown her beard yet, John? Or is it coming through slowly? I think my nan had a beard and a moustache. As people get older, they do get these things, don't you? I'll show you the gadget in a minute, gang. Oh, you'll be interested in the gadget as well, Martin, if you're still with us. Morning to Stuart Skinner. Morning, Stuart. Do the timers have fuses in them? No, they don't. I've looked. All they have, or the only thing you can change in there is a tiny little battery like that. I really don't know why it didn't work. I honestly don't. Very, very strange. It worked Monday when I got here from work. You know, that worked. It was all lovely and warm when I got here Monday. Tuesday morning it worked. Yesterday morning it worked. This morning, nothing. And I know I haven't touched it since yesterday and today. So as I say, I reset the thing. I'll try it again tomorrow. However, I might have come out with a better plan. I think I've got a bit of a better plan. I'll come to that in a moment. Morning to Kirsty. Hello, lovely Kirsty. Do you know, the mad thing is with this message thing here. There we are. Morning, Chris, from your fab Oompa Loompa. Kirsty's a small person, aren't you, darling? We are small people. I'm a small person. I'm about 5'7", 5'8", something like that. There we are. It's true. True. Anyway, so yesterday, here comes the gadget. Here comes the gadget. Yesterday, I went to Boston straight after we finished the show, which isn't too far from there, and parked up. They've got like an open-air car park. And I was talking to my sister on the way there on the phone. I said, well, how much is that going to cost me? She said, oh, about £1 or £2. I said, well, that's all right. It's not like being in London. Oh, dear. £2 to park for 2 hours in London? Where? It's like £10 an hour in most places. I kid you not. Never, ever drive to London. Don't ever drive to London during the daytime if you want to go shopping. You go and get a train in from wherever you are. Or park near a train station and get the rest of it. It's a nightmare. So got to the car park, £2 in Boston. And I got out of the car. My God, it was cold yesterday, weren't it? It was really cold in Boston, I tell you. Not only that, and it started to rain. No umbrella. So I'm walking there, and I got to Vodafone. I had to go to Vodafone first to get myself some broadband. Now, if you're regular to the show, you'll know that while I'm here in the caravan, I do half my shows here, half at my house in Bracknell. Bracknell, in Berkshire, got a wired-in internet and all that. Up here, I don't have a wired-in internet. The way you watch a show is camera to computer. Computer talks Wi-Fi to mobile phone on the 3 network, and 3 network sends it out on 4G, okay? No wires. Isn't it clever? It's clever, isn't it? So I use my mobile phone tethering to do the internet thing, right? But that means I don't have a permanent broadband in here. However, I've got a little white Mifi box which I showed you yesterday. It's not very big. It's probably about as big as this mobile phone. Oh, which is a good idea. Let's just have a look. Good morning to Maureen. Disappointed there was no YouTube karaoke video on Monday. Yes, I did tell you that. I did tell you that on Monday, Maureen. I said to you that it had failed. I did tell you that it had failed on Monday. What happened was there was a bad connection. It wasn't YouTube or Facebook, actually. It was a bad connection in the pub, and it kept cutting us off. So we ended up with about 6 YouTube videos, and that's just too much to keep on there. It just looks silly, so I had to delete all of them. That's why, all right? Sometimes it happens. I'll sing it for you again. If you're down Friday again, Maureen, let me know, and I'll sing it for you again on Friday, darling, all right? One day I'll fly away, leave my love to yesterday. That one, yeah, okay. Right, so I've got this little white Mifi box, which is, yeah, it's about as big as this. It's not very big, big as that. But it doesn't have it has a little SIM card in it. So I had to go to Vodafone and get a SIM card for this mobile broadband. Okay, wonderful. So you open the box, put the little card in, and of course the bloke in the shop says, oh yes, just go online, it's ever so easy. Okay, fine, thank you. So I've got my little bag there, and then I'm walking, and then I'm going to Argos now to get my new gadget, which I'm about to show you. It's all very exciting. Well, I'm about to show you the box anyway. It's very exciting. And then I'll tell you what all this is for, right? So I'm now walking to Argos, and there in front of me is a chip shop. Not any chip shop, but I have been looking for this chip shop for some time, because years ago my sister took us to this chip shop, and I just remembered it was, among other shops, it was a funny shape, tall, with 2 floors. And there it was in front of me. I thought, oh, and I looked at my watch. 12:15. I think it might be lunchtime. So I went into the chip shop. It's called Tate's Chip Shop, Tates. And it's just, I don't know what it is in there. There's a nice atmosphere in there. Quite a few older people in there as well. The bloke, I think he must be the owner, is cooking the food, and there's two girls who do table service as well. So I sat down there and ordered myself some chips, baked beans and vegetarian sausages. So that arrived, and it was all very, very nice, I have to say. Very, very pleased with it in there. And then I'm about to go, and I saw the words on the menu: homemade apple pie. So I thought, oh, go on then. So I ordered homemade apple pie with just the tiniest piece of vanilla ice cream on the side. And it arrived. Well, I'm sorry. The food was fantastic. The chips, beans and everything was fantastic. But I could barely see the apple pie on the plate. My God, such a small piece. It was like, how big was the apple pie? Well, it weren't any bigger than that. It was a really small piece of apple pie. Okay, it was only £3, which is very, very reasonable. Decent amount of ice cream, hardly any apple pie. Anyway, so I scoffed that in about 3 spoonfuls. And then I got up to pay. I was just going to use the toilet, which is all the way upstairs. It's a nice place, really nice place. But don't. If you order apple pie, ask for a decent slice. I reckon it was the last bit left. It's got to be, isn't it? So the girl, as I'm going to pay, the girl says, was it all right? I said, the food was lovely. I said, but the apple pie was a bit small. She said, I did think that when I brought it over to you. Anyway, it didn't bother me. I went upstairs, used the toilet, came down and paid, and that was it. Then I went to Argos. And I like to flip. You don't flip through that catalogue or on the screen or something like that. I found what I wanted, put my thing in, paid with the credit card in the machine, and then you sit down on the seat. It's all very clinical in it. It's like waiting for a bloody doctor, isn't it? There was a lot of queuing there going on. I thought a lot of people waiting for their stuff. I paid for the thing, and by the time I got there, they must have moved very quickly because there was no one left there by the time I got to the seat. So I sat down and waited at collection point A, please. And then very quickly my little item came down, and here it is. This is a Wi-Fi plug. Now this is why I needed internet, broadband internet in the caravan, because it works via internet, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic, right? What you do via an app, I bet you've got one already, haven't you? I told my mate on the phone, he said, well, I've had a those for years. This is all new to me, dear. This is brand new to me. What you do is you set it up, okay? And then via an app on your phone, you can turn stuff on and off. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And that's it. That's it. There's the rest of the box there. And that was on special offer, £25, that was. Now, they do have other brands there, which I think was about £14, but I know the name TPLink. That's got a very good name. Not only that, but someone on here, now who was it? Someone on here yesterday, oh gosh. Oh, what was his name? Who was it yesterday? It's the chap who sings karaoke, isn't it? I'm sure it was him. He recommended this one, so that's the one I've bought. So there we are. So got all my bits together now. Back in the car, wasn't 2 hours in Boston anyway. Came back here and I thought, well, I'll start setting this up now. So first of all, I've got the Vodafone broadband thing. Not easy. That was not easy. The hard part of it was I was trying to set up a My Vodafone account because I'm not on Vodafone. And the reason I went with Vodafone was you can buy the mobile broadband and you pay your fee. I think it was £15 for 5 gig because it don't use up much data at all, switching something on and off. So I bought a 5 gig SIM card, which lasts for 3 months. Now, I would have bought a 3 one, my own network 3, but that finishes after a month. So you'd buy, I can't remember how much it was now, you'd buy your data, and if you after a month, it's dead. Do you see what I mean? You only get 3 months to use the data. So I went with Vodafone, and that seemed to be working all right. But setting it up was an absolute pain. It really was. I went on the My Vodafone thing, and it says type in your number, and then it says, okay, we've sent you a text with a confirmation code. Well, how do I see that? It's a little white box. Do you see what I mean? And I'm looking around. Well, how on earth are you supposed to see what the confirmation code is? So I'm looking through this. And eventually I found a phone-in number. So I phoned in the number. Then you had to wait like 10 minutes for some bod to answer the phone. And I must have been with her on the phone for at least half an hour trying to work out what I was doing. Because she was saying, can you see this on your screen? And I'm like, no, it's blank. Nothing on there. And then something would come on the screen suddenly. Oh, right, hang on a minute. No, something's come on there now. And it was all very much like that. Well, it must have taken half an hour, 45 minutes to set up the damn Vodafone Mifi thing. But I think I've got that sorted now. And then if you run out of data, you can just top it up online now. But it's not easy. I did not find that easy at all. So that's now set up. And I have broadband in the caravan. That stays on all the time, plugged into the wall. So there we are. And that's it, right? Then it came to setting up this. So I downloaded the little app as recommended. And on the app, you just follow it through. That was extremely easy to set up, I have to say. It was very, very good indeed. You just found a little picture of your thing. It's got various different other things. Cameras. What else has it got there? Cameras. Plugs and other things. I can't remember what else they were. And you find your thing and you click that and it said add a device, and you add your device, and then you have to do this and do that. And I found that very easy to switch to set up. I said, set up, you're ready to go. How exciting is that? So on this little thing on the wall, I don't know if you can see at the top there, that's a light, okay, which changes colour. And the light is now red. I think it's red, okay? Anyway, I got the app open thing on my thing, and I plugged in one of my fan heaters and switched the fan heater on, right? But it didn't come on. I then got my phone, opened up the little app, and it says, I've named it fan heater for obvious reasons. Clicked it, and it came on. Wow. This was the most exciting part of my day. The fan heater came on when I touched the app, and I watched it burst into life, and I turned it off, and I turned it on, and I turned it off several times. How fantastic is that? So that's great. Not only that, it has a timer function on it as well. So you can set it to come on at a given time. Now, do you see where we're going with this now? So I might buy another one of those, as seeing as that's working all right. But I've reset the other timer switch now to see if that works again. But I might buy another one else of those if I don't have any luck with that. So that's fantastic. It really is. And thank you very much to whoever it was that recommended that for me. I do appreciate that. That's fantastic. All right. Good. So that was that. Then I had a little sleep. I got up. I went over my niece's house last night. We had some dinner over there. I took dinner over, actually. We had some of my campfire stew that I'd made at home and brought back hard frozen. So she put that in the pan, and we had that for dinner. And I found a new ice cream. I had to go pop to the co-op because she'd run out of milk. Which reminds me, my sister apparently told her that she'd found some off milk. And yet she put it back in the fridge. What's all that about? Is this? Why would you put off milk back in the fridge? So I had to go to the co-op and get some milk. And in there, I thought I'd just have a quick look at the ice cream. And I found ice cream in there. You know the size of Ben & Jerry's tubs and Haagen-Dazs tubs, right? They had one in there, 350 calories for the entire pot. So I thought, well, I'll try some of that. Cookies and cream. So after dinner, I offered some to my niece, knowing full well that she can't have dairy products at the moment. So unfortunately, she had to turn down the offer of having some of my ice cream. So I sat there with the tub, and I got to admit, the first couple of it was reduced sugar and reduced something else. I can't remember what now. And after the first few spoonfuls, I thought, oh, I don't know about this. But you know what? After that, it was all right. I kind of got used to it. So that was quite nice. Maybe that could be an alternative to having the other ice cream, which is like, I think it's about 500-600 calories for a blooming 500 milliliter tub or something like that. And it's got to 9:30. I said, right, watch this. So I got my mobile phone out with the app. I said, can you see this? Look, watch this. And I touched it like that, and a little green indicator came on. She said, well, what's that then? I said, I've just turned on my fan heater in the caravan. Fantastic. So that came on at 9:30. We watched some television, including I'm a Celebrity, and I haven't watched that. Certainly not this series before. I'm not an avid viewer. You know, I might watch it if it's on. So we watched that and we quite enjoyed it. That girl was on there. That lady was on there. Anne Hegarty. Now, is she the person that does the chase? Is she the one that sits there in like the suit and does the chase? I like her very much. She's got something there that is very, very likable. And she's a bit... She is either a bit or has got autism, I believe. Now, I might be wrong with that. This is what I've heard. And she was there, and she was absolutely terrified of doing this tasks. And all the time, I just felt sorry for her. I thought, you shouldn't be doing this. And I don't understand, and unless it's just the money that is attracting people to do such a thing. I don't understand why you would put yourself through something that you don't really want to do. And it must be the money attracting these celebrities to do that. I mean, although it has to be said, isn't Noel Edmonds going in it? And why would he want to start eating bugs and insects and stuff like that? He don't need to do that. He's got loads of cash in the bank, hasn't he? So I don't know why you would want to do something like that if you don't really want to do it. And I felt really sorry for her and my niece, and we sat there saying, why is she even doing this? She shouldn't be on there. But full marks to her for getting on. What was that noise? I thought someone was knocking. Someone's knocking at my door. Someone's ringing my bell. So there we are, you know. Watched that. Then I left hers around about... Actually, I was there later than I thought I was going to be there. I left there about 11 o'clock, come back to the caravan, and the fan heater was on, and it was nice and sort of reasonably warm in the living room. It certainly takes it further than chilled. You know what I mean? In my mind, there's very cold, chilly, and up like that really. When I got in there, it was blooming cold, really cold this morning. There had been no heating at all. So at least if you can just take that chill off so you don't... Just a minute, I think that's my sister. 1 minute. Are you out there? No? Oh, there's no one. I thought someone had arrived at the house. at the caravan. There's no one out there. Must be someone closing a car door or something. Yeah, if I can just take that chin off at least so that my head don't hurt. I got to say, my headache's gone. Just do that, shake my head a bit. It's almost gone, my head, so that must have been something to do with the cold this morning. So that was my day. So definitely, this is a fantastic little thing, that is. And I might get another one, because you can have loads of them all on there, turning on various different things on and off. Might be better than relying on a timer. The only thing is, with that broadband thing, if for some reason my electricity trips off in here, right, then the electric don't come on again until someone physically comes round and flicks it on. Do you see what I mean? So my broadband would die and I wouldn't be able to do anything at all. Why is life so complicated in a caravan? It really is. I will get to it. Talking to my friend last night, Wayne, he said, forget the electric heaters. I've got about 7 of them now. But you can't have them all on at the same time. You're lucky to be able to put 2 on at the same time, and even then, if the freezer kicks in or the fridge, everything can suddenly go off and you've got to reset the thing again. So you can have 1 on at a time, usually, no problem. Although for some reason the electric went off yesterday, didn't it? Do you remember that? Towards the end of the show, we lost all power. It's probably one of my neighbours who can hear me chatting away. We're shut him up by turning off the electric. I'm going to have to put a camera out there to watch the switch, I think. My mate says, go and get yourself a Calagas thing, you know, that you can wheel around. So that might be an option. I may or may not go and have a look tomorrow. Okay, some of your messages then. Alan, I was watching a program this morning that I haven't seen 40 years called Rent-A-Ghost. Yes, of course I remember that. Rent-A-Ghost. One of the people have died in it. I think a couple of them have died in that there. Rent-A-Ghost, yes. It was a bit odd. One of those characters was really odd. Alan. Minded me a bit like you, to be honest. Who was the bloke in Rent-A-Ghost? It was very, very strange. Good morning to Dino, who's in heels this morning. Is that right? Is that something else new that you're trying, Dino? Heels and fishnet stockings? Good luck to you. Send us some photos through. Roy, no Roy at karaoke. That's right, he wasn't there. Heather, oh, hang on, they're talking to each other. Hello to Optimistically Cynical on YouTube. You're new, aren't you? Good morning to you. I took my son to the park, and when we got home, we found his goldfish dead, which is a hard situation for any first-time parent. How do you explain the autoerotic asphyxication to a 4-year-old? I've no idea. I haven't got a 4-year-old. Good luck. Let us know how you get on. All right. Heather is only 5'3". She's even tinier than me, aren't you, Heather? We are small people. Oompa Loompa Heather. Oompa Loompa la da da da. Oompa Loompa la da da da. Hello to Kirsty. The days of the black cap. You used to rib me for not being able to see over the bar. We have lots of small people here, Kirsty. This program is now only for small people. It is the program of small people. That's what it is. Let's have a look. Where's my karaoke? Central Station Bar, King's Cross, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, Mondays and Fridays. Have a look down my time wall and you'll see various little videos on there. You can see whether or not you might like it. We have all sorts of people coming there. Characters. That's what we have there. Wonderful, wonderful characters. All right, darling? People talking to each other there. One moment, please. It was Roy who told me about the plugs. Thank you, Roy. They are really good. I don't have Alexia. I'm not much interested in getting an Alexia or the Google equivalent. I don't like the fact that there's something listening to you all the time. I really don't. Although one could argue that your mobile phone is listening to you all the time. So maybe I've got stuff listening to me all the time anyway. You know, obviously I do this show and people are listening, but I have chosen to let you listen to me. Do you see what I mean? I don't like the idea of a gadget in my house permanently listening to everything that I'm saying. I really don't. So, no. Thomas eats... Do you eat bugs, Thomas? What do you like? A nice little tarantula or something like that? Eh? Couple of crickets for breakfast? Morning to Tony Power. Rob says Edmonds went bust, so is now skint. Is it? Did he really? How did that happen? All that money and he went bust? How? Gosh, some people don't know how to look after their money. He should have come to me. I would have helped him out. If you haven't got thousands and millions in the bank, believe me, you look after money more than those that have, I reckon. A program of small people. Hello to Bavia. Morning, Bavia, on YouTube as well. Tony says it's hard enough to find a parking space for motorbikes in London, never mind cars. That surprises me, Tony. I thought having a motorbike or a moped, it's reasonably easy to park. Am I wrong with that? I mean, do you park in like a normal parking thing for cars, or do you have to park somewhere special? Do you know, I've never ever been on a motorbike, Tony. Never been on a motorbike. My brother-in-law had a motorbike. Both my nephew Gary had a motorbike. Jimmy had a moped, I think, my other nephew. I've never ever been on a motorbike or a moped. Funny, isn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't mind an electric bike. Quite like an electric bike. Those motorbikes, they're so noisy. Do people make them noisy? Do they like when you buy a motorbike, does it come quiet and people put something on the back to make it noisy? Why do they do that? It's like those planes that go across. The RAF planes. I'm sure they're actually silent and they put something on there just to make a lot of noise as it goes through. I'm sure that is the case, yes. See, now Roy says the Amazon only listens, Alexia, only listens when it hears a keyword, then it doesn't hear other words. How do you know that? You don't know that, Roy. That's what you're told. That is what you're told. How do you know that? You don't know that. They tell you that it doesn't start listening until you say a certain word. But it's got to be listening for that word. Think about it. No, no, no. I don't want one. I don't want an Alexia, thank you very much. Thomas would rather eat grass than insects. Well, let me know your address. I'll send you around a patch or two. Would you like me to... I know what to get you for Thomas now, Bert. I know what to get you for Christmas now, Thomas. A nice piece of turf. I'll wrap it in cling film so it doesn't dry out. You can munch away on Christmas morning, breakfast time. Motorbikes are a lot of fun. Thomas has obviously been one as well. Let's have a look. Your computer can be accessed when the camera's on. Yeah, well, if I've shut the computer down and turned it off, then no, I don't think it can. I don't think it. Louder exhaust equals more power, does it? I didn't know that. Does that mean with my loud voice I've got quite a lot of power? Perhaps I could run the country. You know, I'll have a word with Teresa later if she's available on the phone. I think she's flying somewhere today, actually. Tony says somebody loves the noise. Can't understand why they think it's an ego thing. Yeah, it's awful. Awful. Thomas wants some turf for his birth for Christmas. I'll send you some over, all right, Thomas? All righty. How are we doing? What's the time now? I've got to do something later. So I'm a little bit busy. Right, I've got a couple of little stories here. Here we go. Couple of little stories here. Where are we, dear? I did have a... Now, this is... I'm going to show you something here. This is awful. This is just awful. This is in the Daily Mirror's Weird Stories section this morning. If I can just bring that up. Why isn't that up? Here we are. Now, I hope you're going to be able to see this as well. 1 minute. Oh, hang on. Let me put that on pause. Good. Here we are. A pulsating average... sorry, I can't see a damn thing here without my glasses. 1 minute. A pulsating sewage monster that greeted a disgusted homeowner after several days of constant rain has been captured on camera. There's monsters down in those sewers, you know. Don't think it's just all the stuff that comes out of you. There's other things down there as well eating it. Oh, dear. Called Onotech. Hang on, where's that gone now? Oh, what's going on here? 1 minute. Oh, no, that's the wrong story. Where's that story gone? Oh, I've clicked the wrong button now. 1 minute. Here it is. No, that's wrong. Where's that gone? 1 minute. Let me just try and find that again. There it is. Oh, cannot open page. Right, it's gone. Oh, it's all gone wrong, dear. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. I can't find it now. Isn't that strange and mysterious? Let's try again. It says... Is that going to work now? Pulsating sewage monster. There we are. A pulsating sewage monster that greeted a disgusted homeowner after several days of constant rain has been captured on camera. I'm going to show you this. The mysterious footage, which shows the squirming mass of worms writhing in every direction, was found in shallow water outside an apartment in Texas. It is believed the mass of worms could be a colony of tubifex worms, also known as sludge worms or sewage worms. The second I saw it, it didn't look right, said the homeowner, who asked not to be named. I got up close and saw that it was moving and squirming. I have no idea what it could be, but I could see the individual worms writhing around. Right, I like that word, writhing. A little bit like Cheryl Cole was on the X Factor. Oh, her record's not done very well, is it? Did you see that in the news? Cheryl Cole. She did this. She's a singer. More of a celebrity than a singer, shall we say. I think she wasn't she in Girls Aloud or one of those, or Spice Girls, one of those, I can't remember what one was. Anyway, she's had a couple of songs out, but it's clear that she's miming. She came on the X Factor on Saturday night this week. Now, I'm not an X Factor viewer, but I heard that she'd been on. So I went on the ITV video player thing and I watched it. It was horrendous. It was like a porn video. She dances there with her legs wide open like she's riding something. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean a horse. It's just awful to watch. This is before 9 o'clock. So there's little kids watching this as well, which I am just... No, it's wrong. It's wrong for children to watch such things happening on the television. I would be embarrassed if that came on and my great nieces and nephews are sitting next to me. Anyway, so that's it. Not only that, the vocals were awful. Awful. Now, most people you see singing on the telly, other than through talent shows, are miming. And as I said on the show yesterday, I would be very surprised if she wasn't miming and actually singing live. Which begs the question, why would you put out vocals that are so bad? So perhaps she was singing live, but it was awful. It was awful. Anyway, apparently she's only sold 500,000 copies. It's awful. Go and listen to it yourself. Don't take my word for it. You go and watch it. Cheryl Cole's X Factor performance on YouTube, and I'm sure it'll come up. You don't want the one where she's all dressed in the red leather, and then that's another porn show as well. Just sitting there with all that flesh out is wrong. She had a load of boy dancers with her, and even then sometimes their dancing can be a little bit much, but actually they were all fully clothed. And I don't understand why is it when boy dancers are on the stage and they have to keep grabbing their front bit? Have you noticed that, like Michael Jackson used to do? What's all that about? It's embarrassing trying to watch it with children. It really is. Let's go back to this. Shall I show you the video of the writhing worms? Let me see if I can bring this back up for you. One moment, please. We're playing the video. Where's that? How do I show this now? Is that it? Replay? Is that it? Replay? It might be that one now. 1 minute. Oh, gosh, I can't do it now. Replay, is that it? Oh, hang on, that's advertising. I've got to show you this because it's horrible. Oh, God's sake. This isn't working very well this morning. Let me see if I can show it. Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. Bring it up again and see what happens. Ah, here it is. Right, watch the full video, okay? Click that. Now, why is that opened up on Twitter? Stuff isn't working very well at all today, is it? That's Tony Blackburn's been brought up now. Oh, hang on. Daily Mail. Well, I'm not having much success this morning, am I? Not only did we have no heating, we got no videos either. I'm going to give it one more go because I want to show you that this is just absolutely disgusting. Right, hang on a minute. Maybe there's too little... Oh, it's got so many windows open now. Hang on. Close these. That's why. There's too many windows open. Right. Click. Watch the full video. Please work. Come on. What's that one there? No, this isn't going to... Oh, video play and bottom right. Okay. Well, come on then. Now there's an advert playing. Oh, Jesus. I think the best I'm going to be able to do is to just show you a picture of it. Maybe if I close that, I'll just show you a picture of it and we'll have to be done with that because that's not going to work, is it? Oh, stuff doesn't work. I'm fed up with adverts opening up on here all the time. Does anyone actually buy something because they've seen it come across one of their videos? Right, there is... Now, let's see if you can you see that? That is supposed to be the wriggling mass of worms, except it's not wriggling because I can't get the video to play. I'm going to try... Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's moving. Let's just widen it up a bit for you. There, I can see that moving now. Look at that. You imagine going down your bog and finding that. Isn't that awful? So that's the sewage monster. Watch out, that there could be one alive in a sewer near you, or possibly even under your house or caravan. Watch out for that, all right? Okay. Where are we? Thank you. Roy. Roy says if you don't want Alexa to listen, you push the microphone button until it turns red, which indicates the device is not listening or streaming data to the cloud, even if you say the wake word. Also, everything that is recorded is pretty secure with Amazon and Google and is encrypted. No, I don't trust it, Roy. I don't trust it, Roy. Just because you can see a red light or it tells you there's a mic on, how do you know it is? I could tell you, Roy, that I'm not outside your front door now and put the, you know, I could tell you that and you open the door and I'm standing there. How scary would that be, Roy? Exactly. No, I don't trust them. I won't have an Amazon or a Google speaker thing in the house at all, I'm afraid. Michelle White. Good morning, Michelle. A very good morning to the lovely Michelle, one of our Dynasty fans. She loves the new series of Dynasty. Watch it, gang. Watch it. Tony Fowler, Black Friday, but only Wednesday, Chris. One of my favourite movies was called The Longest Day. Talking of Black Friday, I watched another programme last night with my niece, and that was Martin Lewis's Money Programme. And I want you to take note of this, because I'm going to take note of this. And he was saying Christmas has become a retail free-for-all. Just because you think you should get someone a gift doesn't necessarily mean you should buy that gift. And you also, on the other hand, shouldn't be disappointed if you don't get a gift from someone. For example, if I give you a gift, if I was to bring you a gift, right, you would automatically look at that gift and thought, oh, Chris has bought me a gift, probably worth about £25. I've got to buy him a gift now. No, you shouldn't do it like that. Oh, the amount of stuff, I think, that people get and give over the years that, number one, they don't want that item. And number two, you only bought it really because you thought you should give them a gift for whatever reason. It's just absolutely pointless. Absolutely pointless. Christmas should be a time, I think, of getting families together. I go to church. I do the whole Jesus and Mary thing, as you well know. I'm not saying that you have to go to church and be religious or anything like that, but stop wasting your money on unnecessary presents. You know, Auntie Flo down the road, who, oh, you haven't seen her this year at all, better get her a gift, and you end up giving her some plastic or metal thing that's, and they look at it and they probably say, oh, thanks ever so much, I really appreciate that. Actually, they don't want that and you didn't want to give it. Stop wasting your money. It was really good. Martin Lewis's Money Programme, you can watch that on the ITV Hub, and he did this whole chat about how money is terribly, enormous amounts of money are wasted on Christmas. They really are. Don't bother. Get your family around or go and see people, but don't think that you've got to bring them a gift. And these people that write lists of gifts and send them around, I kid you not. I just think that's wrong. I think that's totally and utterly wrong. And don't judge someone by the value of the gift that they give you. If it's like something you get £2.99, then don't think, oh, is that all they've given me? Perhaps it's best not to send anything at all. Or someone might want to say, what would you like for Christmas? Do you know what? I'd really like a bar of Galaxy chocolate. Is that all you want? Yeah, that's all I want. Don't be greedy when you're asking for gifts. Come on, you can understand the children doing it. Yeah, I want a electric train set or Meccano or Lego, something like that. I get that. Children asking, but adults asking for large Christmas gifts is just so wrong. It's wrong. Absolutely wrong. You're not children anymore. Gifts for the children, yes. Don't waste your money on presents that perhaps some of you can't afford anyway. And it's just a total and utter terrific amount of waste of money. And if you don't believe me, go on eBay on Christmas night and you see the stuff that's gone on there that people simply don't want. And at the end of the day, do you want your gift that you have given someone to end up on eBay an hour later? Terrible, terrible waste of money. Don't do it. Try this year. I know it's hard. I don't know what you would say. I was going to get you a gift, but honestly, I didn't think there was anything you wanted. I would accept that. I'd rather you not waste the money on me. Okay, there's actually nothing that I personally, I'm very lucky, you know. There's nothing really that I want in life other than perhaps to live up here in Lincolnshire. I'm not even sure about that. I'm not sure about lots of things. There's nothing I want someone to buy me. Some people say, what would you like for Christmas? Oh, just get us a surprise. Or give them something that's doable. My sister asked, what do you want for Christmas? And my sister just started sewing and she's making curtains at the moment. She's doing curtains now. I said, get me a pair of curtains for my caravan that I can use in my studio that will black out the studio. At the moment, I've got these curtains in front of me that are a bit light. A little bit of sun, you may notice the light in here changes a lot. And it's just a pain to keep adjusting the damn thing. So I've asked her to make me a pair of curtains, which will cost her pennies. And I will really appreciate that gift. But to go out and, you know, Christmas Eve, oh, I haven't got a present for so and so, so what? So what? What? I'll get that clock. Maybe they could do with that clock, and they get the clock. Oh, why have you sent me a clock? Do you know what I mean? It's a waste, an absolute waste of money. It really is. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you don't feel that you should be buying someone something, and even if you know you think you're going to get a gift from them, doesn't mean you have to give a gift back. It doesn't. It doesn't. Don't do it. Don't waste your money, gang. Don't waste your money. And the whole Black Friday thing, watch out for that as well. Like Martin Lewis was saying on the programme yesterday, if you want an item, let's say a television. Say you want a 32-inch television and you know what the price is now, okay? And go, when it comes to Black Friday, check the price then. Has it gone down or has it gone up? I had this issue with Currys 6 to 9 months ago. There was a telly that was for sale, okay? I left it a couple of days, I went down there, it had gone up 300 quid. And I said, well, that was advertised for that. Oh, yeah, but that was that day. The prices changed daily. And I said, well, can't you sell it to me for that price? He said, no, I'm afraid not. But check back in a couple of days. The offer might come back on. And I'm like, well, I've got the money here. I said, I can buy this now. He said, well, we can't do that. I said, are you going to let me walk out the door with all this money? He said, do you want to have a look at another model? I said, no. Walked out the door with the money. Then I went on the internet and bought it from AO.com. I can't believe they let me walk out the door. Ridiculous. So watch out for those Black Friday prices because a lot of them are not what they seem they are. And Martin was saying, you know, if you go into a shop and you buy something that says it was on special offer and you didn't want it in the first place, you've not saved any money. You've just gone in, oh, that's a good buy, and bought it on an impulse. You didn't actually want that item. The bloke on the radio, what's his name now? Nick Abbott. He says similar stuff to that as well, you know. If you didn't want why do we buy so much stuff that we don't need? You're just out in the shops, oh, let's buy that. Like people that go to the pound shop. Great value, the pound shop. Except you end up, and I've done it, you end up coming out with a basket full of stuff that you didn't want in the first place. That's not saving money. If you want a packet of instant mashed potato and you know it's normally £2 and you eat a lot of it, and you go somewhere and you see it for £1, then buy a load. You've saved money. If you eat lots of mashed potato and you know it's £2 and you go out somewhere and you see it's £1, you buy that, and then you see the peas which have dropped in value, you buy those, but you didn't want those in the first place. How have you saved money? It's in particular if you go to department stores, isn't it? You've got all this stuff around you. You've gone in for a kettle. You've come out with a telly, a video machine, a radio. You haven't saved any money just because you think it's gone down in price. You weren't actually going to use it in the first place. Watch out for those Black Friday things. I think there's a lot of conning going on those Black Friday things, all right? It's very strange and mysterious, Thomas. That's what it is. Tony says, Cheryl was terrible, Chris. Cheryl, what's her name? Cheryl Vicini Rodriguez or Payne or she's been married so many times there. She is in competition with Katie Price. Cheryl Cole, I'm sure she is. Cheryl was terrible. You could see Mount Everest between her legs, and she was miming. Well, if she was miming, Tony, then I can't believe that someone had recorded that and put it out as good. It was awful. Absolutely awful. Thomas says some people don't mind their kids watching adult themes. Well, I would. I think it's wrong. I think it's absolutely wrong. I really do. Thomas also said he has a want list. Well, don't send it over to me, mate. 3 ghosts to visit Chris this Christmas again? Possibly. Stuart Skinner, many wise words spoken in today's show, Chris. Thank you very much, Stuart. Thank you, Stuart. Roy, 25 million people estimated to own an Alexa. That's a lot of go. Well, good luck to them. I'm not having one, Roy. You be happy with your Alexa. I'm sure you're very happy with it. I'm not having one. Are you working New Year's Eve? No, didn't want to. I was asked to DJ actually at Central Station. Wasn't karaoke, it was DJing. And at first I said yes because, well, actually I did say yes because it's a Monday and that means it's my night. Therefore, you have to offer the option of working there. But as time went on, I thought I really don't want to, because it was DJing, it wasn't karaoke. I really didn't want to do it. So I made it known to the manager. I said, look, I know you've booked me in to do New Year's Eve because it's a Monday and it's my night. I'll do it if you really want me to, but I don't want to. He said, why is that then? I said, I just don't want to do New Year's Eve. I said, it's just a complete and utter pain in the arse. People are coming up to you, showing their watches, and everyone's watch is the correct time, except they're all different. I said, it's just a nightmare, New Year's Eve. It really is. Plus, it's DJing, and I get bored. That's why I don't do any DJing anymore. I just get so bored, dragging and dropping. It was different when we had records. It's so boring. And I didn't want to do it. And he had a word with the governor. He said, the governor says, if you don't want to do it, I said, that's fine by him. No problem at all, Chris. I said, are you sure? I said, if you want me to do it, I'll do it, but I don't want to. No, he said, that's fine. We'll get someone else. So it's going to be DJ Chris. DJ Chris is doing New Year's Eve. All right. Good morning to Natalia Y, who says, great, God bless, megastar, US, Singapore, blue light, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Michelle, wise words about Christmas. Yeah, please don't buy presents for people that you hardly ever see. It's a waste of money. It really is a waste of money. And the presents you give, they're not going to be, no disrespect to you. Let me think of some good examples of presents that you don't really want. Socks. No one wants socks. And those packets of smelly things and all that, just for the sake of giving someone a present. Don't bother. If I turned up at my sister's house and I got no presents at all, I'd be really upset. Do you know what I mean? But if the kids hadn't got me anything, that would be fine. That would be absolutely fine. But, to go out and get like cheap bottles of aftershave, which I don't wear aftershave. Bottles of aftershave, a deodorant, a thing of shampoo. Why? It's totally and utterly unnecessary. It really is. And you're never going to buy a packet of that gift-wrapped shampoo and soap cheaper than you are if you go down even Waitrose and buy it separately. It'd be cheaper to do that than buy this little pretty thing that says, "Oh, Happy Christmas. What have you got me? Oh, how wonderful, a bottle of shampoo." You see where I'm coming from here? Tea towels, there's another one. Don't give anyone tea towels, because never give anyone sets of knives. That's very bad. Don't give, especially not any of the lads in London. Just pointless. What people want on Christmas is you as a person. Your person. They want your personage there at wherever they are. That's what you're... And a lot of... Okay, a lot of food. Get yourself in a lot of food. Nice things. If you can't afford to go down and buy the pre-made mince pies, make them. Make them. Make them. Where is it now? Where are we going? Tony, did you see them charging in and out of people being trampled at a London store last Black Friday? Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Right. Ken, hello to Ken. Morning, Ken. He's in Canada this morning. You're joining us a bit late, Ken. We're about to finish now. Alan, can I buy an SM58 cordless mic? Oh, I can't see a whole message there. Hang on a minute. Let's just... Why can't I see that? There we go. Can I buy a cordless... Can I buy you an SM58 cordless mic for Christmas? No, you can't. Why? I've got microphone. I've got 2 microphones. Thank you very much. Very good. Very, very good indeed. To finish off our show today, I will say to you, the best present someone can actually receive on Christmas Day, which I think could also go, if you wanted to give someone a present and you weren't sure what to give them or anything like that, and you've got children, get them to make something. Whether it be a picture on a piece of paper or anything like that, a present from a child on Christmas Day that they have made themselves is really the best thing anyone could get. It really is. All right, let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday today to DJ extraordinaire Ross Alexander, all-round entertainer. He's up north somewhere, aren't you, Ross? Happy birthday to you, sir, on this Wednesday, the 21st of November 2018. Robert Nicholson, happy birthday to you, Robert. Sune Johnson, good morning. 25 years old today. Happy birthday, Sune. James Barnett, happy birthday to James Barnett. Holly Jenkins is a young 38 today. Oh, I want to sneeze. Oh, tissues. Oh, dear me. Oh, gosh. Holly Jensen, I beg, Jenkins is 38 years old today. Happy birthday, Holly. Rosalind Winton, 55 years old today. Francesco Locasico is 113 years old today. I will be checking your profile to see if you're a real person or so. 113? How did you manage to get to that? Brian Mongian, morning to you. Happy birthday to you. Raj, hello Raj. Valentino, who's still in Hemel. Happy birthday to you. 41 today. Michael Brinkley, who's in sort of Reading, Bracknell Way, is 34 years old today. Good morning, Michael. Haven't seen you for some time. I hope you're well. Mark Gallagher, happy birthday to you. And Lee Thompson, Christie's birthday as well. On this Wednesday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right? Happy birthday to you, boys and girls. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show today. I've got a little appointment later on. I must ring my sister now as well, actually. And hopefully I'll see you again sometime tomorrow morning. I do hope that the timer cuts in tomorrow morning. If it doesn't, then something's gone wrong with those. Actually, I might take one round to my brother-in-law to see if he can work it. I have actually reset those timers, but you know, it was painfully cold in it. I haven't been that cold for ages, but not since I went camping with the Scouts, to be honest. Enjoy your Wednesday, gang. Thanks very much for watching and listening to the show. I'll see you soon.